You aren't facing just another astral event amplified by internet mantras or colorful intentions. This year's Lion's Gate is not an invitation, it's a triage. It's not a window you push open with willpower. It's a living consciousness that observes you. It doesn't respond to words or requests. It feels. And this year, it's feeling everything. It reads your rawest frequencies, your hesitations disguised as patience, your effort to appear aligned when inside, your soul is exhausted, confused, lost. This portal doesn't open for those who shout. It reveals itself to those who pulse. It's as if a silent intelligence is scanning humanity's deepest fields, looking for something that can't be faked, energetic truth. Maybe you've noticed things have changed. Routines have lost meaning, external voices have become too loud, and something inside you has begun to wonder, what is really happening to me? This question, this unease, this slight collapse of your reality, these are clues. You are being called, not by words, but by resonance. And if you're here, hearing this, feeling something you can't yet name, then maybe you are already being watched by this portal. It isn't waiting for your will, but for your real vibration, the one that emerges in silence when no one is watching. And that's exactly what it wants to see. Who you are when you're not trying to be anything. This video is not for everyone. It's for those who already feel the invisible summons. For those who can no longer fit in or pretend that everything is okay. For those who have been torn from the old world but have not yet arrived in the new. If that's you, stay. The judgment has already begun, and your frequency is being heard. You can repeat mantras. You can align crystals. You can even appear peaceful. But if your vibrational field is misaligned, the portal feels it. There is no way to camouflage the truth before an energy that sees beyond form. The Lion's Gate is acting as a spiritual scanner, capturing what even you can't explain. It passes through your gestures, your words, your posts, and goes straight to the vibrational core of your soul. At this moment, it doesn't matter what you say. It matters what you vibrate when no one is listening. The thoughts that whisper when you close your eyes, the emotions you insist on sweeping under the energetic rug. The portal doesn't want your spiritual performance. It wants your raw truth. The shadow you avoid is being brought to light, not as punishment, but as purification. Everything you believed was resolved is returning, not to hinder you, but to be exposed at the exact frequency it still vibrates at. The disguised joy that covers your doubt. The rehearsed courage that tries to hide fear. The fabricated lightness over real exhaustion. The portal reads everything, and responds only to what is authentic. If you still live between who you show yourself to be and who you really are, this will be an uncomfortable period. The dissonance will be felt because the portal does not tolerate vibrational lies. It's not a moral judgment. It's a process of energetic calibration. Those who align with their own essence, even if imperfect, will be attracted. Those who insist on wearing energetic masks will be repelled. This is the time for vibrational coherence. It's no use saying you trust if you vibrate despair. It's no use claiming you're ready if you're still negotiating with fear. The portal demands energetic integrity. It doesn't expect perfection, but it demands truth. The only access key now is to live your truth without disguise. Because real spirituality begins where the theater ends. 1. The sound of silence. Do you feel this emptiness? This feeling that everything around you has suddenly gone quiet? As if even the universe has stopped responding? It's not punishment. It's the final exam. The silence that surrounds you now is not the absence of God, guides, or paths. It's the cosmic filter in action. The 8-8 portal isn't interested in those who talk a lot, but in those who can listen when everything goes quiet. Because only in silence is it possible to perceive who is truly aligned, and who has only memorized the discourse of light. This is the time when the universe removes external noises to amplify the sound of your own soul. And it is in this seemingly arid environment that ready souls reveal themselves. The discomfort of silence is the vibrational womb of the new version being born in you, and the portal is watching. Who can endure this interval without getting lost? Who doesn't flee to distractions? Who remains, even without guarantees? Those who still need applause, validation, and immediate answers will feel this time as abandonment. But those who understand that silence is the last layer of spiritual refinement will cross with integrity. There is no true evolution without a confrontation with the void. Silence at this moment is like a mirror that only reflects what is ripe, and the portal will only recognize who has recognized themselves in the silence. If your days have been silent, solitary, energetically distant from everything and everyone, don't fight it. You are being trained to trust the invisible. You are being tuned to listen to something that the noise of the world would prevent you from hearing. It's as if your soul is being placed in a vibrational chamber where everything that is not true evaporates and what remains is your pure essence. Before we continue, if this video is being helpful to you, be sure to subscribe, like it, and write in the comments what you are feeling at this moment. Your presence and vibration are part of this journey. We are not alone on this silent journey. 2. The collapse of the spiritual persona. You may have built a beautiful spiritual image. You may have the perfect altar, the right words, the serene posture. But the 8-8 portal does not recognize appearance. It detects vibration. And where there is dissonance between what you show and what you really are, there will be collapse. The portal isn't interested in sacred performances. It wants essence. It wants truth. It wants the courage to be naked in the invisible. This is the moment when the masks fall. And not because someone will expose you, but because your own energy can no longer sustain the character. The spirituality that once served as a shield now becomes a burden. Those pretty phrases you repeated to protect yourself no longer have vibrational impact. And everything that was theater begins to crumble. Because the portal demands raw authenticity, even if imperfect. If you still act to please guides, gurus, therapists, or followers, if you still measure your choices based on external approval, know this: it is being scanned. And it is being discarded. The portal is a vibrational X-ray that detects any lie, even if you believe in it. And where there is falsehood, there will be an implosion. It's a dangerous time for those who live on subtle appearances, and profoundly transformative for those who dare to be whole even if broken. The portal does not reject your pains, your doubts, your failures, but it rejects your attempt to hide them behind pretty rituals. It doesn't want ritualistic perfection. It wants true presence. You may have followed all the steps of spiritual awakening. You may have taken courses, read books, lit incense. But if you haven't integrated all this with emotional truth, your soul is still masked, and the portal will reveal it. It will put you face to face with what you still haven't wanted to see, the abyss between your image and your vibration. But here is the opportunity. You can shed the character. You can choose now to inhabit your truth. You can abandon the search for approval and dive into your own frequency. And if you do that, the portal will recognize you. Because in this cycle, only those who vibrate what they preach will pass. Only those who no longer need to pretend light to belong will remain. 3. Spiritual procrastination has a cost. The portal is not patient. It won't stop for your indecision. It is in motion. And it only pulls along those who also move, even without a map, even without certainty. This is the moment when the crossing has already begun, and souls are being divided not by belief but by attitude. Those who are still waiting for a sign, an external confirmation, an energetic permission, are being left behind, not for punishment, but for frequency. The time for hesitation is over. Spiritual procrastination now has a vibrational cost. What was once understandable doubt has now become energetic resistance. The portal does not demand that you know the destination. It demands that you honor the impulse. That subtle call that is pushing you out of a cycle, a space, an identity, is your compass. And if you ignore, paralyze, or rationalize, this field perceives it, and it closes. This is the moment when the universe separates the ready from the prepared. Because not everyone who is prepared has the courage to go. And the portal doesn't respond to theoretical readiness. It responds to energetic action. It's as if each soul has received an internal code: move now, or the path will fade. And many are feeling this urgency without knowing why. Do you feel this? A restlessness deep in your chest, a desire to break free, but fear holds you back? Then know this: it is being registered. Because this portal is measuring who acts with faith even without light, who jumps without a net, who leaves the comfort zone because the soul can no longer breathe there. Those who move now, even confused, even scared, will be positioned, because they are saying to the universe, I trust. And those who are still negotiating with the old, even knowing it has died, will stay. And not for punishment, but because their vibration has not aligned with the future. Choose your side with courage. The portal is already advancing, and it doesn't carry those who wait. It activates those who surrender. 4. Vibrational solitude. Have you been feeling a strange detachment? People disappearing, conversations losing meaning, bonds that once sustained you now dissolving into thin air? This is not a difficult social phase. It is a vibrational consecration. The solitude that surrounds you now is not abandonment. It is preparation. The portal is isolating those who need to be tuned. And this does not happen in a crowd. The purification of the field requires silence, requires space, requires solitude. What you call loneliness may, in fact, be the greatest proof that you are being set apart for something great. It's as if the universe is removing you from all emotional noise, so that the next spiritual code that needs to reach your soul is not contaminated. The connection now is direct, between you and the invisible, between your essence and the source, between your silence and the next revelation. Do not try to fill this void. Do not run to find those who have left. Do not insist on holding on to bonds that have naturally loosened. The portal is clearing your internal and external space. It is making you light, clean, and available. For what? For the new that will come. And the new doesn't enter cluttered houses. It demands detachment. And silence is the first sign that something is being prepared exclusively for you. If you miss connections that have broken, honor it. But do not return. If you miss company, embrace it. But do not negotiate your expansion to avoid feeling alone. Because this void is sacred. It is the womb of vibrational rebirth. The 8-8 portal is taking you inside yourself to remind you that there is no crowd at the moment of spiritual birth. You are being sealed. You are being tuned. You are being polished from within. And only those who respect this silent process will be able to sustain what is coming. What awaits you on the other side of the portal is not for those who need an audience. It is for those who had the courage to listen to their own soul without distractions. Accept this isolation as a blessing, because it is exactly in it that your new frequency is being forged. 5. The return of karmic mirrors. Are you noticing the return of people, patterns, and emotions you thought you had overcome? Reappearances from the past, situations that repeat themselves with a new face, old reactions in new contexts. This is not regression. It is closure. The 8-8 portal is pulling all still open karmic mirrors to the surface. Not to punish you, but to close the cycles once and for all. Every encounter, every discomfort, every repeated unease has an exact spiritual function: to reveal your new response. It's not about the other person. It's about you. It's about what you still allow, what you still tolerate, what you still justify. Because as long as you repeat the same pattern in the face of the same trigger, the energetic contract remains open. These mirrors are tests. But not in a moral sense, they are vibrational adjustments. The universe is checking if your soul is mature enough to choose differently, and the only way to confirm this is by putting the old in front of you. Old habits, old relationships, old pains. They didn't come back to trap you. They came back to see if you have already learned to free yourself. If a person has resurfaced, if an emotion caught you by surprise, if a situation seems identical to one from years ago, don't panic. Breathe. Look calmly. and choose consciously. The portal is watching, and your response will be recorded as a vibrational sentence. There is no more room for automatic reactions. Now is the time for conscious decisions. These karmic encounters are like final codes that need to be erased from your field, and they only get erased when you refuse the invitation to repeat, when you act with the version that is already emerging, and not with the one that is still fighting to survive. Each mirror is a disguised portal, and crossing it is choosing your new timeline. The portal is not testing your strength, it is observing your coherence, and the more sincere your inner positioning, the more quickly the mirrors will dissolve, because they only exist as long as your vibration still feeds them. Release, thank, and move on. Some contracts only end when you understand that you no longer need to defend yourself, just to withdraw. 6. The acceleration of consequences. The time between cause and effect is disappearing. What used to take months or even years to manifest now responds in hours, sometimes in minutes. It's the magnetic field of the 8-8 portal operating at its maximum power. The universe is no longer waiting for your emotional preparation. It is responding to what you vibrate now. Not what you plan, not what you wish for, but what you truly emanate. If you think with fear, situations that confirm that fear approach. If you act with courage, unexpected doors open. If you lie to yourself, the truth becomes unbearable. This accelerated field amplifies everything, both light and shadow, and that's exactly why it's dangerous for those who are still fragmented, but miraculous for those who have already achieved some inner clarity. The new law is not you reap what you sow, it's you reap what you vibrate, and vibration cannot be faked. It escapes through your pores, through your choices, through small gestures. The portal is mirroring your internal reality with urgency, and if there is confusion in you, there will be chaos around you. If there is alignment, there will be fluidity. The time interval between intention and manifestation has been shortened because your soul can no longer play at waiting. This is the time for radical attention to your words, your decisions, and your emotions. Every phrase spoken with resentment returns. Every self-sabotaging thought creates a fog around you. Every choice made with lightness expands paths. Vibration has become a compass and also a sentence. And everything that is incoherent will be exposed with speed. But do not be afraid. This is not punishment. It is acceleration so that your soul can reach the place it deserves to occupy. The universe is saying, you are ready, and because of that, I can no longer pretend I don't hear your real frequency. Use this field wisely. Speak with truth. Feel with presence. Choose with consciousness. Because every action now is a seed that germinates almost instantly. And the 8-8 portal is amplifying everything, including your ability to create your new world. 7. The point of no return. There are cycles you will no longer be able to return to. There are routes that, if not taken now, will become inaccessible for a long time. The 8-8 portal is not just an opening. It is also a silent closing of old doors. What you don't release out of wisdom will be ripped away by frequency. This is not the time for comfort. It is the time for vibrational crossing, and only those who say goodbye to what has already expired will pass. You may be trying to maintain situations, bonds, ideas, or habits that have already been energetically ended. But the portal does not negotiate with the past. It only observes. Do you still need to get hurt to believe that it no longer serves you? Or will you have the courage to let go now, even without knowing what will come next? This is the difference between those who stay and those who ascend. The portal does not ask for certainties. It demands surrender. The entrance it is opening only fits those who are light. And you cannot cross with emotional baggage, with justifications, with a longing for what wasn't. This is the time to say goodbye without a map, to jump without a net, to trust without visualization. Those who are still looking for explanations, applause, or extra time are being left on the sidelines, because the portal is being selective, and not based on appearance but on courage. There are spiritual invitations that will not be renewed. There are alignments that only happen once. There are moments of crossing that, if lost, will take years to return. Feel in your field. Is there something you know you need to end? A conversation? A cycle? A stagnation? Then know this. This is the now that defines the next years of your timeline. The portal is giving you a true entrance, but in exchange it is sealing all the false exits. Only what is aligned with your highest truth will remain accessible. This is the point of no return. And if your soul trembles upon hearing this, it's because it knows. You either act now, or you return to a spiritual loop that no longer recognizes you. 8. The portal is open, but your action is the key. If you have made it this far, it was not out of curiosity. It was out of resonance. Something in your field, even if unconscious, brought you to this message. This video is not content. It is not a script. It is not spiritual entertainment. It is a vibrational mirror. And like every mirror, it does not lie. It simply reflects the image of what you already are, even if you have not yet fully recognized it. Every word spoken here was a code. Every metaphor, an activation. Every silence, an invitation to go deeper. And if your body reacted, if your eyes filled, if your heart raced, it's because your soul already knew. The 8-8 portal is no longer just a cosmic window to wish for beautiful things. It is an energetic sentence, a silent judgment of what you vibrate when no one is looking. You are being watched, but not with physical eyes. You are being read by the universe, by the source, by your own essence. And what is incoherent will not pass. But what is true, even if fragile, even if under construction, will be exalted. Because this portal does not demand that you are ready. It only demands that you are authentic. Comment here. I am seen and I am ready. Share with whoever needs this silent alert. Leave your like if something vibrated within you, and send this message to the soul of someone who is in transit. If your frequency has aligned with this, then you are not alone. And the next crossing has already begun within you. See you on the other side. May your soul walk with courage. The portal is open, but your action is the key.